Hi boys and girls, today's lesson is about publishing. Most of you are getting very close to being ready to do this. Publishing means turning your book into a really special book that has a nice cover and has neat writing in it, and it shows your very best writing that people would want to read over and over again because it's the best you can do. Here's how you know if you're ready to publish. You've gone through your writing checklist and you've done everything you can think of to make your story better. You've checked each of those boxes to make sure you've done that writing skill that we've been working on. You've used some I can make my writing better sticky notes to find places where you can add details to make your writing stronger. You've used a I can make my writing better pen to fix your capitals and your punctuation, your quotation marks, get rid of run-on sentences, things like that. You've gotten help on spelling by filling out the Have a Go spelling sheet. You've written down all the words you're pretty sure are spelled wrong and turned that into a teacher to help you get the right spelling. Then you've gone back in your writing and fixed the spelling of the words the teacher gave you the correct spelling for that you had wrong in your writing. If you've done all those things, you're probably ready for publishing. Unless, do you know what the unless is? The unless is, unless you haven't read your entire piece yet. You need to read your entire piece, including all the things you've added. You need to read it from beginning to end to make sure it sounds the way you want it to sound. Do not ever publish a story that you haven't read yet. That's just silly. Do you think these authors just typed up whatever was in their notes without reading it first? Oh my gosh, they probably read it 100 times before they published it. Read your story. Do not think of publishing unless you've read it over multiple times. Okay, so let's say you're ready to publish. Here's what you're going to need. You'll need your finished fairy tale, a pencil, and the publishing paper like the one you see here. This is the special paper that you'll publish on. When you go to publish, you're going to open up your story to the first page. And what you're going to do is copy your story in your best writing the way it's supposed to be. So here I've indented and I'm doing my neatest writing, and all these mistakes here that I corrected, I'm going to make sure I copy them the right way. And when I fixed a word and how to spell it, I'm going to be sure to copy it the right way because I fixed it for a reason. So I'm going to do my neatest writing on these pages. I want you to notice how I indented, and then over here I get as close to the edge as I can. Now when I start my next line, I go all the way out because I'm not indented anymore, and I write all the way across the line until I can't fit any more words. You want to fill those lines. The only gaps you want are when you're indenting to start a new paragraph. Here's another page in my story. Do you see how I filled the lines with my neat writing? This is the page I was copying. Remember I added a I think I can make my story better sticky note? All that stuff I had to put in the right spot. So instead of writing the cacao man ran out of the sloth tree, he noticed how beautiful the rainforest was, I put in what was on that sticky note. I wrote, the cacao man ran out of the sloth tree house. He looked around the rainforest. He couldn't believe how beautiful it was. Hot pink orchids lined the rainforest path. A majestic waterfall glimmered in the sunlight. Spiky pink and purple bromeliad flowers danced amongst the vines as a gentle breeze passed by. The cacao man gasped. He was so stunned by the rainforest's beauty. This is the most beautiful place on earth, he thought to himself. I must help save it by helping plant trees. Oh, I'm so glad I reread it because I found a mistake. Even though this is my published one, do you see it? I forgot my ending quotation mark, so I'm going to have to get my pencil because he's done talking right there. He says, I must help save it by helping plant trees. And I better use my pencil to fix that. I'm not really going to use an orange marker. Okay, I wanted to do a new paragraph next because now he's coming upon a dart frog. So do you see I indented right here? As the cacao man rushed along the orchid lined path, he came upon a poison dart frog clinging to a leaf. Now I have a new character speaking, so I indented again. Some of you are ready to do that. Some of you are not. If you're ready, when a new character speaks, you'll indent. Hey, you look like a delicious morsel, croaked the dart frog. Now there's a new character speaking. It's the cacao man. So I indented again. Yikes, shouted the cacao man as he leaped backwards in fear. So if you're ready for this, every time a new character speaks, you go down a line and you indent. But some of you aren't ready for that. But I would expect that you indent every time you're in a new location or you're starting a new scene. So that's it. That's how you publish. One of the most important things I did was actually go back and read it again. Even though I just wrote this in my neatest writing, remember, I found a mistake there. So even after you finished copying it, read it again. I guarantee you're going to find some things you need to fix. All right, it's time to make a plan. What are you doing for writing today? Are you working on your checklist? Are you adding better sentences with your I Can Make My Writing Better sticky notes? Are you getting an I Can Make My Writing Better pen and fixing your capitals and your periods? What is it you're going to be doing today? Are you still finishing and you need to be writing? Are you finding all the words in your story you think are spelled wrong and getting help with those? Or are you publishing? If you think you're publishing, that means you've read your entire story over. Some people even like to have a friend read their stories. You can do that too. Your friend should be giving you ideas about things that maybe don't quite make sense, or capitals or periods or things like that. The publishing paper is in the black basket. So if you're ready to publish, you can find the paper there. All right, make a plan right now. What are you working on in writing today? I can't wait to see your writing. Good luck.